Are you on an H-1B visa, stuck overseas, not able to come back to the US because of the coronavirus? Watch this video. We'll talk about some options and some ideas for you to be able to handle the situation better. So I'll see you on the other side. So in this video, we'll talk about some options for H-1B visa holders and other visa holders that are stuck overseas, not able to come to the United States because there are no flights and borders are closed, but they need to go back to work. So many concerns, so many questions that we get. So let's talk about this in this video. But before that, make sure to subscribe to our channel. If you're here for the first time, click that bell to be notified. We make videos every single week, so I don't want you to miss any of the videos that we make. So in this video, I wanted to address a lot of the concerns of our subscribers, people that email our law firm, mostly people that have work visas, H-1B, O-1 visas. They are stuck overseas, they're not able to come to the United States, the borders are closed, they can't leave, but they need to come back because their job is depending on that, right? So if you have an H-1B visa, you have an employer in the US that is depending on you, that is holding your visa, and the longer that you spend outside of the US, that's just risky for your visa. So what do we do in this case? So first of all, it is really important to understand that if somebody is not able to come back because the flights were canceled, the borders are closed, it is really important to document that, because you're going to need that, first of all, when you come back, if it's for CBP or for anybody like that you have to show that you were not able to come back because it wasn't your fault, just things happened. So make sure you document the reason why you couldn't come back. The second thing that you want to do is have a constant communication with your employer, because your employer needs to understand why you're not coming back. You don't want to be we had a situation where somebody was working in a particular company and they had no communication with the employer for 3-4 weeks, and the employer assumed that the employee just kind of abandoned the job. They don't want to come back, and so they canceled that position. By the time the person was able to come back to the US, he was not let in by CBP because CBP knew about it because the employer withdrew that H-1B already. Do you know what I mean? So it's really important to stay connected with the employer, to explain to them that you cannot come back because it's not your fault, because whatever the issue is, and make sure that you also document all this communication, because you're going to need that upon entry back to the United States, and also when you are continuing to apply for your visa. Remember, all the time that you spend outside of the US, if you're an H-1B visa, you can recapture it in the future. So it's not necessarily a bad thing that you're overseas, because in the future, when you finish the 6-year term on your H-1B, you're going to be able to recapture the time that you spent abroad. But what is really important to do is also monitor the flight situation. For example, we have a lot of clients who are coming from India, and India has specific flights arrangements through certain airlines on an emergency basis for certain people that are leaving the US or coming to the US. So there's a list, and they have a priority of list and C. So for people that are leaving the US, they're looking at people that really have no way to stay here, they have no family, they have no ties to the US. For people coming back to the US, again, it has to be some sort of a specific reason, either an emergency or, for the moment right now, as though there are not enough flights available. But as the weeks go by, more and more flights are going to be available, so make sure that you monitor the situation and try to get on the first flight coming back, because remember, it all has to be reasonable. As long as you're reasonable and the reason that you're not able to come is because there are no flights or the borders are closed, then your employer is going to understand that, CBP is going to understand that, immigration is going to understand that, and you're going to be okay. It's not going to impact the future of your visa or any of your ability to extend or get a green card. So this is really the main thing that you're supposed to be doing. Keep track of documentation of why you're not able to come. Keep monitoring the flights and the situation in your particular country, so you're going to be able to show it in the future if you have to prove it. And most important, stay in connection with your employer on a weekly basis until you're actually able to come back, to make sure that your job is safe, that arrangement for pay are also arranged if you're not in the US, and everything else is secure and organized. So when you do come back to the US, it's not going to impact your H-1B or your chances to be able to get a future visa. So these are the main tips that I have to say, that I have to share with you on this, because people are really concerned. They don't really know what to do. And this is something that is currently a problem for a lot of people that are stuck overseas because they went there on vacation, because they went there for visa stamping. It's also important for people that are waiting for their visas to be issued. So right now, until the embassies are not open, you are not able to actually go to your stamping, and that's a whole different story. So again, stay in touch with the consulate or embassy that you're dealing with, and as soon as they reopen, you should be able to get a hold of them and try to get your visa stamping appointment as soon as possible. So a lot of anxiety out there, a lot of people are confused, but it's going to be okay. Remember that there are many people in the same situation as you are, and as long as you follow these steps, everything is going to be okay. These are all logical things, and people understand. Both the employer and the government should be accommodating, and people do understand that it is a big issue, especially for people that are stuck overseas. Remember, the 60-day ban does not impact you. It's not impacting people that are coming on visas. It's only for people that are applying for green cards. So that's not going to be an issue for you as well. So we'll keep you posted as we track the embassy openings, as we track flights and information like that, and hopefully you all going to be safe and be able to come back to the US. So questions, let me know in the comments here. Let me know what other concerns you have about this topic, and I'll make another video as well. So thank you for watching. Again, if you're here for the first time, subscribe to our channel, share this video with somebody who may be interested, and if you want to continue the discussion and get more information, follow us in our Facebook group where we continue the discussion about these topics and we answer questions, and also share the same issues with other people just like you. The link is in the description of this video to our Facebook group, and I want to see you there as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in our next video.